Hello strangers. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick video update on why I haven't done a video in a while. I posted the video or the photos for you because people were getting worried that I had been killed, and I'm not. I'm okay. I wanted you to know I was okay, so I posted that for you. And that's probably the last of the videos that I can post in regards to my baby's father, because all the other videos that I have are actually too violent for YouTube, and some of the less violent ones have gotten booted out because they're too violent. So the more violent ones are going to stay in my safety file for if I ever have to go to court. So yeah, and I've also been busy with my new boyfriend, my job, and my kids, and I'm going to talk to you today about my new boyfriend and what it's like to start dating after you've been in an abusive relationship, because it creates some major trust issues, lots of trust issues, and it definitely creates a hell of a lot of anxiety. So when I started working over here, getting settled, meeting people, creating friendships again, that was pretty exciting. I decided I wanted to try to start dating again because, I'm getting a little older, and I don't want to wait forever to date. So I kind of wanted to get back on the bandwagon, and start dating again and move on with my life, because even though I had only left about a year ago, I've been over that relationship for years before that, trying to escape it and dealing with that drama. So I've been over the relationship a lot longer than I've been out of the relationship. So I wanted to hit the dating world, see what was out there, see what kind of guys I could find, and going out just isn't an option when you're a single mom of two, and it was too difficult. So I resorted to online dating. I pretty much had every dating website in the books, all the free ones, of course, because I'm too poor to get the ones you have to pay for, and it wasn't going well. I got met with so many troubles looking for their third, so many guys that are just like, bam, D picture, so many guys that were just creepy, stalkery, weird, and then the few that seemed normal would either be just looking for booty calls or just looking for, friends with benefits kind of thing. And every single one of them just reminded me of my ex and all the things I did not want in a relationship. I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting like this super serious relationship right off the bat, but I definitely didn't want a booty call or friends with benefits kind of thing, or like a serial dater. I just learned that term recently. Serial dater, where you date a lot of people, and do all that. I didn't want that. I wanted a guy that wanted to date me, see how things go, and, if it doesn't go anywhere, then okay, and if it does, then great. And that's really difficult to find, surprisingly. And the ones that usually are looking for that are either way too old for me or definitely not someone I'd be interested in. And yeah, it was fun. And the couple guys that I was talking to were too immature to set up actual dates, and they'd be like, hey, let's hang out tomorrow. And I was like, I need a little more notice than that so I can get a babysitter. And they just weren't responsible enough to do that. And then there was one guy that I went out with that I was excited because they set up a date. They took me out. They paid for the meal. It was great. Everything was going fine. They were funny. They made me laugh. They were charming. And then at the end of the date, they're like, by the way, I'm on probation. And I was like, oh, probation, huh? What are you on probation for? And they told me they were on probation for accidentally murdering their ex-girlfriend. Yep. That's what they told me. So that was a no-go. And they were very charming, and I did appreciate their honesty. However, the next day they called me and asked me if I knew any drug dealers so they can buy some drugs. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, that's definitely a no-go. So that's what I had been met with, and I was over it, none of the guys were mature enough. All guys, it just seemed like all guys were the same. All of them were just these jerks of men that just were just awful. So I was over it. It was like, I can be single for the next 20 years. That's fine. I'll try again in 20 years when the girls go off to college. Let's try that. But right before I logged off, there was a guy that messaged me, and I just kind of figured they were a catfisher, so I was really hesitant on messaging them. And right before I got off, I was like, what the hell? I gave him my phone number. We talked for a month. He set up an actual date with me on a Friday morning, really early in the morning, because it's the only time that I had free time, and they were willing to do that. They were willing to wake up at 5 in the morning to go to breakfast with me so that they could have an actual day with me, and that was amazing to me. But again, I thought, this is fake. Right before this date happens, they're gonna be like, I'm stuck somewhere, I need money. That's what's gonna happen. But it didn't. And a week before our actual date, he was texting me, and he's like, well, hey, when you get off work, maybe we just go for coffee really quickly and, introduce ourselves, hang out for 5-10 minutes, and head on our way. And I was like, coffee sounds nice. I love coffee. I'd love to meet for coffee after work. It'll make Friday's day easier. Let's do that. So I manned up. I was feeling confident, and I met him for coffee and instantaneously fell in love with him. That's right, love at first sight kind of thing. He was cute, just like his photos, which I wasn't surprised, which I was surprised, because usually they're not. Usually it's a catfish, and they don't look anything like their photos. He was cute, he was funny, he was nerdy, he made me laugh, he made me smile, he made me feel happy, secure. He's really tall, he's really broad, he's just this manly man of a man that makes me feel so secure and safe at the same time. So he was awesome, and we instantly connect, and he hadn't been dating for a while either, and so this is our first relationship we've had in a really long time. We've been dating for 2 months now, and super happy about it. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I'm not religious, and I say this all the time, but if God had created someone for me, he definitely created him for me, because he's the perfect person that I needed at the perfect moment. And it was like a 1 in a million thing that we would meet like that and connect like that. And we've seen each other almost every day since we first met. And it was just perfect and amazing. I can't even explain it. It's like a freaking movie. And he's awesome. He buys me random flowers, gets me random gifts. He comes over and he'll make dinner for me. If I can't go on a date with him or meet with him because my kids and babysitters and all of that stuff, and I need to go to the grocery store, he will go to the grocery store with me just to spend a little time with me. This man drives 20 minutes just to spend 5 minutes with me. It is the sweetest thing on the planet, and he is the sweetest thing on the planet, and I'm so happy to have found him. I still deal with internal anxiety and issues in myself that I'm continuously working on and continuously growing, because I always expect every guy to be like the father of my children, and I expect them all to end up being this just terrible, terrible person, and I always seem to be waiting for it to happen, even though it's not, and probably never will. So yeah, there's that, and that's why I've been so busy. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. So I'm gonna try to get him to do a video with me so you can meet him and maybe meet the girls, see how big they're gotten, see their progress, how they've been handling everything. And if you have any questions for me, go ahead and comment below. I'll try to get that next time. If you have any questions for him, go ahead and comment below. Maybe I can get him to answer him. And yeah, talk to you next time. Bye.